Come quietly or there will be trouble.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Black Tub Bootlegs. Today's review, Aero Cop and Future Cop. This episode came about a little bit randomly as a few similarly themed figures came out of the woodwork at the same time. During the 80s and 90s, practical visual effects were reaching new levels and people were very interested in mechanical and bionic characters, but the Terminator and RoboCop are really long-standing favorites. The compelling human aspect of their characters and gritty designs embedded them into our culture. Our first bootleg figure comes to us from Greece. This is simply RoboCop, so it didn't get top billing here. The figure and card artwork were lifted directly from Toy Island's Flight Pack RoboCop with minimal alterations. The gold paint job gives the figure a Silverhawk C-3PO appearance. The original Toy Island figure came with an annoying gimmicky sound feature which was not duplicated in this bootleg edition. They just simply gutted him and copied the body. Robo's iconic guns were copied, just simple assault weapons. The leg joints were hastily screwed into place. Overall, a weak attempt at a forgery. The large blank area on the card makes it seem as if something is missing. This is really just classically something you would find in Chinatown during the late 80s and early 90s. Another bootleg from Greece, we have Future Cop, action figure and sword. This is a classic 10-inch blow-molded bootleg with incredible original card artwork. While the themes on the card smack of the Terminator, the figure itself is a fairly accurate RoboCop sculpt. The big letdown here, though, is the baked-in bad posture. The lockdown pose is so unbalanced that crude wedges were added underneath the feet to prevent the figure from falling over. The end result, it just looks like he's really uptight and wearing high heels. As I'm sure you've noticed, the head is not that of RoboCop or Terminator, but rather the most bootleg Power Ranger, the Red Ranger. The other head sculpt is a bit baffling, but seems familiar. It might be based on Marvel's Exodus from the highly hyped Blood Ties series. Overall, a strange choice. The figure construction is simple but poorly executed. This example has an improperly punched armhole, which causes the angled slit, which usually draws the arm into the body, to derail the arm. The hip articulation works fine, as does the other arm pivot. Moving on to the sword accessory, let's face it, this is just a figure. This is not really a sword. All the blades are a little oddly skewed. The figure has a strange Aztec tiki-style head with California raisin sunglasses, and the body is essentially a Gundam or Transformers character standing in a weird pose similar to the Sword of Omens. The sword accessory and figure look really odd together. The card artwork and name are the best things about this bootleg. Moving on to our last bootleg, we have a weird vehicle knockoff. RoboCop's original car was a simple blacked-out Ford Taurus. The original version of this toy looked very similar to KITT from Knight Rider, was later changed to a ComsoCop version similar to RoboCop's car, and then we have this later DeLorean-looking version with holographic stickers. All of the stickers on the car are holographic with the exception of the windshield. The windshield had a weird blurry look to it, and on closer inspection I noticed it was supposed to be lenticular. When ribbed plastic was laminated over the top of the staggered images, it would have appeared to have holographic depth and maybe a little motion to it. Like most automated vehicles from China, this has your classic bump and go feature, but has several other features stacked on top of it. You have a separate riser disc in the middle, and then also two wing hinges in the back, which you'll be able to check out in a moment. And we also have an audio chip as well. You'll notice the one missing hubcap. I guess the quality control guy wasn't there that day. After bumping into a wall 4 times, the really elaborate flight mechanism is triggered. The vehicle stops rolling, is raised on this weird screw, and then starts spinning around and the wings fold out. It's really elaborate and very overwhelming. The most overwhelming part is actually the audio chip, which we'll listen to in a minute. It took me a while to identify this song. It's actually a horrific condensed version of a hit commercial club song from the 90s by the Vengaboys called Kiss. Please kill me now. I don't think RoboCop was listening to this while he was on his beat. Thanks everybody for watching, and as always, stay tuned for more Black Tub Bootlegs.